If this team makes a bad hire again, I'm gonna boycott them, and they did. They got Ryan Pace, damn it! And like I said, man, I've been a fan for like 10 years. I think this could be a pretty promising year for us. We might make playoffs, we'll see. What's going on, Falcons fans? Logan here. Welcome back to Rise Up Rundown, and if you're new here, welcome. In this video, we're gonna go over a very interesting and fun topic, even though I say that in every video, but that is, how realistic are the Atlanta Falcons' playoff chances in 2022? Now, I'm always honest with you guys. I never try to sugarcoat anything. And on a scale from 0 to 100%, I think we sit just a little under 50%. I would say it's like a 40% chance of making it. And there's really only 2, possibly 3 good reasons of why our playoff chances are sort of saved. But for the most part, this team just has a lot of negatives, and we'll go over the negatives first. For one thing, let's be honest, this roster just isn't ready. There's a lot of question marks. This offensive line has potential, but they still haven't really given us any reason to give them the benefit of the doubt. I liked Matt Hennessy coming out, but I can't really sit here and say that he's definitely going to succeed in 2022. And I liked Caleb McGarry when he was drafted, but I mean, you know, he isn't really doing all that good for us. Jalen Mayfield I liked as well, but again, isn't really doing anything for us. He's definitely got to improve. The wide receiver situation is cool. Like, we have all these tall, big basketball players, sort of like Bryce Edwards and Geronimo Allison, Auden Tate, Drake London. But at the end of the day, you're not really sitting there saying that the Falcons have one of the better wide receiving corpses in the league. And our defense is just always a question mark year in and year out. Even though we did get Eddie Goldman to pair up with Grady Jarrett, that pass rush is still a question mark. The linebackers are a question mark even. And the safety situation, I like Jalen Hawkins and Richie Grant, but they need to step up and improve. It's just a really unproven roster is all I'm trying to say. So that's just one thing. And another thing is that even though the NFC is wide open, there are still some good teams ahead of us that we kind of have to beat out. Like, the Arizona Cardinals could still be in contention. The San Francisco 49ers. Our division rivals aren't bad necessarily. Obviously, we're not going to beat out Tom Brady and the Bucks, but we still have to find a way to beat out the Saints. They still have a talented roster. The Panthers, I think, will be a little better with Baker Mayfield at quarterback, but I don't think they're too much of a threat. And you know, the NFC East has some good teams like the Eagles. I guess they're improving. And the Cowboys. I don't know. There's a lot of teams that could make it above us. And this roster they're not ready at all. I really don't think they are. If the NFC was not wide open, this team would have no chance of making the playoffs. I would say that we have like a 5% chance of making the playoffs. If the NFC was just as good as the AFC, I would think that we have absolutely no chance. But why do we have some sort of chance? Well, I know this kind of contradicts what I said a little bit, literally a few seconds ago, but the NFC is wide open for at least a 7th seed. I don't think the Falcons, if they were to make the playoffs, I don't think they'll make the 5th seed or the 6th seed. There's no way they're doing that. But for a 7th seed, it's not like they didn't have a chance last year, even though they weren't actually ready for the playoffs. So who's to say that they might not be ready for the playoffs, but they still could at least snag a 7th seed, right? Like, the 7th seed could be, I don't know, the Commanders. The 7th seed could be the Falcons. The 7th seed could be a Baker Mayfield-led Panthers. The 7th seed is just such a, anyone's ball kind of deal there. So that's just one thing. But the 6th and 5th seed, there's no way. There's absolutely no way we're going to get that. But the 7th seed, there are other teams that could get us, but we still have a chance. And then another reason why we could make the playoffs, and I feel like I'm kind of doing this in every single video, but I really like Arthur Smith. I really think he's a great coach. We saw last year, this team was not ready, but they overachieved and they almost made playoffs. And Arthur Smith keeps his team disciplined, they keep them awake, they keep them ready and prepared, but he also tries to keep in a culture as well. It seems like this team is actually kind of having a lot of fun, and they're having a lot of momentum culture-wise, I guess, And you can see it through social media, and I don't know. Like, it seems like Arthur Smith is building something great here, and he's brought in a lot of great players to work with on offense. Maybe we'll get to see that, offensive mastermind he truly is, because last year it was only his first year as a head coach. This year we might see what he's truly made of, and he's really going to excel this offense. Dean Pease finally has at least 1 year out of retirement done, so maybe he could kind of, get back to his roots as well. So the coaching staff, I think, is kind of like a big plus for us. And then the third reason is because there are at least some playmakers that could help us. Like, AJ Terrell and Casey Hayward, I think will be great corners for us, and that should impact us in the passing game, or the passing defense. And then Grady Jarrett with hopefully Arnold Ebiketie living up to the hype, and Eddie Goldman as well. Our pass rush maybe could be better. We have playmakers on offense like Kyle Pitts and Cordero Patterson. But at the end of the day, all of those pros that I just mentioned, I don't know if they're enough to outweigh the cons, but it's possible is all I'm really saying. So I guess bottom line of this discussion is, it's possible. Like, I can see it happening. Like, if everything goes right and the playmakers do help us in a big way, and the coaching staff is as good as advertised, and the NFC 7th seed is at least wide enough for the Falcons to get in, then sure, I can see this team being a playoff team. But it's kind of a big if, because it kind of goes back to my schedule predictions videos. I just don't see how this team is going to be a team that gets more than 8 wins. I really don't think that, best case scenario, they get 9+ wins. There's just no way. This is a rebuilding team. But we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about all this. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And I'll see you guys with a video this Tuesday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern. Love and appreciate you all for the support. And as always, rise up.